I love this. I'm feeling love.
You feeling the drink, bitch?
Crystals and shit.
Yes, good energy.
My questions are sick.
Sorry, I lost it. Sorry, I lost where you were. Did she spit in your eye? Did she spit in your eye?
No. We just tried to be cool, but then it took a bit of time.
Sorry, my phone went. Did you get in your eye? Oh no, what did you do?
Did you get it in your eye? Oh, babes.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel.
Today the topic is relationships, so stay tuned because it's going to get juicy.
We've got a bit of this.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of this.
Bit of this.
Do you believe in monogamy?
I think these days, we've got to a point where it's just like it's up to you. I feel like with social media involved and everything, I feel like judging from experience, I feel like whatever's for you is for you. So I've been with a partner before who doesn't. And then it took years to learn that that's just how he chooses to love. So like for me, I do, and that's what I want. If you want to have how many partners, there's women out there who will let you have how many partners and they'll still be in it with you. I literally think now it's down to choice. So if that's what you want, do you, boo?
It's each to their own.
But for me, each to their own. But for me,
one is enough. Thank you.
I think I've had a level of maturity to not get jealous and all
Definitely.
the negative things that come with jealousy, like possession and all that stuff that's not healthy for a relationship.
I don't like to share.
For me, I wouldn't be a good partner to be in a relationship with if monogamy isn't just a given. Do you get what I mean? Do you think men and women can be friends?
I say yeah. And the only reason why I'm laughing and pausing is because so many people have challenged me on this. And then it doesn't make it easier when you have a guy friend who tries it on you, who you might be attracted to, so you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, and I do think, from experience now, I'm learning that I do think one has to not be attracted to the other.
Yeah.
That's just how I think it is.
Yeah.
It's tight, but it is what it is.
But I
It can
also
cause
think-
problems as well, but I think there has to be an understanding. There's been experiences
definitely.
where it's turned sour because I think that we get along so well with friends, and then like,
One always
One's
starts to fancy
heartbroken.
the
Yeah,
other.
that's the majority of my guy
One
friends.
always same with me.
one's heartbroken,
Yeah.
so it's
One
like,
always starts to fancy the other one, and I think it's because when you're friends, you don't have to put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
When you get into a relationship, you want to be like, you just want to be your best version of
That
you.
is
Whereas
so
when
true.
it's your friend, you just
You just use. Just
balls
it is
out
what it is.
just who you are in it, and there's no filter necessarily, and you know you're your truest self in it. Hence why someone, tends to start
That's so
developing feelings for you.
it's tight, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Do you think exes can remain friends?
Yeah, go on.
For me, and the things that I've been through, I obviously choose not to. I don't want anything to do with you after, to be honest. Like, I've been through enough shit to be like, no,
Yeah.
you're not for me. I don't want you in my life. I don't want your negativity in my life. Do you? I'll do me. Choose your path. I'll choose mine. Like, we don't have to cross paths. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Don't call me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's
For
it.
me, it depends on how it ends. It's crazy because you can have a relationship where you never think you're gonna get over it, and then before you know it, you're over it, and you actually don't look at that person the same. You're not attracted to them. Not gonna happen. You don't feel anything for them, so you can be civil with them because depending on how it ends, life's too short. Hi, bye. Are you okay? Obviously, if it's really toxic and really not for you, maybe not. But I think it depends on how it ends. You can either be civil or you can either cut the person out of your life. For me, it just depends on how the situation ends.
Yeah, it depends on how you broke up and how much time is in between the breakup, because I'm like you, Sarah, straight after the breakup.
Yeah, I'm just like, no.
There's that.
Thanks.
There's
Block on
fucking
everything,
too.
you're getting deleted.
Yeah, because usually when you break up,
why are you talking to me?
Usually when you break up, you're the worst versions of you to each other, innit?
Yeah.
So you say awful things, horrible things to each other.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna want to talk to you the same way you ain't gonna want to talk to me. So if enough time's gone by and distance, then you may be civil
No, but for
again.
me,
innit?
it's not civil because I'm still
You hold on to that
Yeah,
stuff.
I can say hi. Yeah, I can say hi, but conversation, I'm not having a conversation.
Yeah,
I don't want to sit around you.
We don't need to entertain
But
that.
I also think quickly before we move on, I also think sometimes it's sad that you can be with someone for so long and
feel
then
nothing.
you walk past each other as if you've never had a genuine caring at least for each other. So it is a shame, but a lot of time there is bitterness in it. It's just life, I guess. If your best friend is of the opposite sex, is it fair for your partner to have a problem with it?
So going back to can men and women be friends, there has to be that respect there. If you are truly friends, not friends with benefits, none of that, allow it all. If you are truly friends, and not just a gay friend, none of that.
Like platonic friend.
Right. It has to be genuine. The receipts have to be there. Like,
Definitely,
we are
it's got to be friends, and that is
we're
it.
just friends.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't trust them, why are you with them?
Yeah,
If you're friends and anything more than friends, then no, I'm okay with that, obviously.
Yeah, and like you say, when you say respect, it's not just you and your partner, it's the friend too, innit? Because sometimes that's where it gets messy, the friend gets possessive, or the
But then there wouldn't be
girlfriend gets possessive.
possessive,
Yeah, it's
So
no
I think
role,
it's got to be,
innit?
you've got to know, each one's got to know their role, and just respect has to be there. And if it's a genuine friendship and a genuine relationship, you should just find a way.
Sometimes a friend can be like, "Wow, like about like possessive, like you said, like about spending time and stuff." And it's like, no, know your role, you're the friend.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was just like, do you know what I mean? No jealousy or anything. It literally has to be a friend.
I'm laughing because I've just read the next question. Do all men cheat?
I believe there's good men out there, but then at the same time, I'm at a point in my brain where I'm like, okay, maybe it's gonna happen at some point. So I'm open to the fact that this is just the way it goes. It's gonna happen at some point down the line. I wouldn't continue taking it, but it happens. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like saying that puts a dampen on like all the good that you can manifest out of a relationship. I feel like we say it when we're a bit like we're giving up.
To be honest, I think it depends what you've been through. I've been through enough shit. I'm getting to that point where it's just like you all fucking men cheat. Obviously, there's good men out there, but where are you?
Okay, so to answer it directly,
Where are you?
I think they do at some point. I think we're in a point where this generation is getting a bit mad. We've got access to seeing so much.
It's messy.
To seeing to be lusting over pictures on Instagram and stuff like that. So maybe they do. I hate admitting that. I think it's shit.
What?
That I think that all men cheat. I think there's men out there. I keep changing my answer.
They have it in them, but I feel like they've got so much access to it now. It's easy to get women and throw themselves at them. Like,
but do all men cheat? Do you know what? We should paint
they
all
have
men with the
no
same brush.
They have too much access to
you can just
it
speak from
now,
your experience,
so it's
innit?
easier for men now.
Personally, like I don't really know how to answer it, innit? I would like to think it's a characteristic thing. I just think you either have it in you or you don't, and it's not a men or women thing. It's just a personal characteristic trait. But I also, in the same breath, any man that I know and love, and I mean family, I don't mean like partners or ex-partners or anything. All the men that I know and love enough to ask this question to, they've all cheated.
Yeah, me too.
No, it's not that they say they think all men cheat. I will ask you, whatever family member it is that I've asked, and they themselves have cheated.
I have a close male cousin and we've had this conversation, and he said, you know what, fam, I'm going to be honest with you. No matter how sexy you are, no matter how nice a woman you are, no matter what you've got to offer.
This is heartbreaking.
He literally said to me, there are other women out there that you will just go for and you will cheat. I never thought I would say this, but I'm telling you now that all men cheat, and I'm just like...
Okay, so what I would appreciate if my future husband is watching, for you to just be honest. Like, I just think if you're feeling tempted, if you're feeling, for whatever reason, bored, which you shouldn't,
just tell me when you're not feeling the same.
Just say. And then maybe we can spice it up a little, maybe we can try something new. Sometimes it's a case of being together for years as well and finding new ways to like spice it up and stuff like that. Let your partner know. Just be honest, keep it real.
Honesty is key.
Now. Yeah, honesty is key. If you're feeling away, say it. Maybe you can fix it, maybe you can't. Then you don't need to be together. Don't be selfish.
Would you prefer to know?
Yeah.
You'd prefer...
No matter how much it would hurt, I would definitely want to know.
Yeah, because for yourself as well, the guy, I think if you love this person, you respect them, I think to yourself, deep down, if you don't tell her, there's going to be chances where you're doing it over and over again. Mm-hmm. So if you respect this person, the only way to fix it is owning your shit, being honest about your shit, and trying to fix it. If it's not working, it's not working.
I think 9 times out of 10,
be honest.
I know men are like, oh, they roll their eyes when they're like, women's intuition and stuff, but As a woman,
we'll find out.
It's truth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Women, when it's your partner as well, and someone you've been with a long time, you know what their norm is. You know what your normal relationship is.
Yep.
Good or bad or otherwise, you get me? So when something's out the norm, you pick up on it. If you were to ask, 9 out of 10, she already knows the answer. So you may as well be honest, because
very true.
at least I might respect the fact that you've at least been honest. Not to say that what would happen after it, but do you know what I mean? Because just
be honest.
being cheated on and then being lied on top of that.
And guys know that
Being
from
lied
your
on
own
top of it.
experience. Shit hits the fan, so you know. Like you can't think you're that slick. No. Investigate, Izzy.
Okay, so it's not all on men are trash. Let's do a flip it with women, right?
Yeah.
Are too many women comfortable being the side?
There shouldn't be. No woman should be comfortable with being the side. I think there's like various reasons as to why you could fall into that category. I think you could be lied to. I think you can be in a point in your life where you're lacking self-love, you just got out of a breakup, you're a bit selfish, you're close friends with the person. None of those reasons make it okay. And I think these days, what I was saying earlier is I think like with Instagram and stuff, these days you're getting girls like owning it. I think if you own it and you're like fully a homewrecker and that's what you do and that's what you're known to do, and that's awful. And these days on Instagram I'm seeing captions like, just because your man likes me, just because take your man, none of that. It's not okay to fall into that category, so
not at all. I feel like there's many women that go out there to do it like you just said, on purpose or whatever. That's their motive. There's some women that get themselves in a situation where it's like, that's what I'm saying, like an awkward situation where there'll be a main girl, they don't know about it, so they're decided they think they're the main or whatever and get caught up in that. That's that situation. But I think too many women are comfortable doing it because they'll go out of the way to do it.
Yeah, I agree. Should your body count matter?
Preference. It boils down to preference. I think some people are offended if you slept with 5 men, 10 men, women as well, including guys, 20, whatever. I think just don't be trash. Like I think it does depend on the character, how you're portrayed, how you portray yourself, how you carry yourself. If you're out here being trash, like filth, then no. It could boil down to your personality, the type of person you are, the type of sexual person you are. It doesn't mean you're out here giving it to just anyone. Like I just think it's a preference thing.
I think it depends on how you carry yourself. Say like I know a few women that they may not be like out there like thoughts or whatever, but they've been around the same friendship groups and word gets about. So they have a name for themselves. She's this, she's that, because they've had the same friendship groups and word gets about, because men chat as much as women do. They say that they don't, but yes they do. Word gets about, they've got a name for themselves, It depends on how you carry yourself. Don't do that, don't be a thought.
I think it matters more when you're younger.
Definitely.
Like when you're younger, it's important to you,
definitely.
your friends, the person you want to take seriously and you want them to take you seriously.
Same with a lot of things.
But then I think as you get older, I don't think the number matters as much, as in I don't think there's as much pressure from the partner, but I think it's just solely down to how you carry yourself. Like it's trash, like you don't want trash, whether you slept with 8 guys, 4 guys, 88 guys, that same level of trash could be the same, do you get what I mean? You don't want to be the topic of a man's
You don't want to be in the group chat.
So it's like,
don't be in the group chat.
It's just
don't
that
be in our group chat too.
Don't be Chili's group chat. Don't be in Chili's group chat.
Don't do that.
we've roasted a few.
Don't do it.
Men can be trash too. Don't let me go off on a tangent. But like, have some class. Like, I think it's important for guys to have like class too.
Yeah.
Don't be sloppy.
Yeah, as much as I might put on women,
things in.
Because there's definitely a double standard, isn't there? Like, if you're 27 and a man slept with 50 girls, you're like, oh, okay. But if a girl was to slept with 50 guys, you're like, ugh. So there's a massive double standard. Women put that pressure on women too.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it's because of how you deem your self-respect. I could never. So sometimes it's not fair. It's not fair because it is a massive double standard, but it is what it is.
But I think it's attractive for a guy to care about who he goes next to.
Yeah.
That's how you end up in the girls' group chat.
Right.
Could you be a ride or die? And should that be important to you? I'm gonna go first.
Go on.
Because you two know. I personally, when you say ride or die, automatically my mind goes to like criminal activity. Do you get what I mean?
Dying.
So for me personally, that's just not what I'm about. So no, because a lot of the time I feel like you have to lose something, whether it be your freedom or your life or something. So that's just not that's just not me personally. No judgment, but it's just not me. But if that meant if that meant ride or die in a sense of like mental health or something, like you're not the person you once were, you're going through hardships, or you're not earning as much as you used to, or you've lost your job or something like that, then yeah, I am a ride or die.
Yeah, it depends what it is.
100%.
If my life is on the line, then no, I'm sorry, I'm not a ride or die.
If it's your mental health, if you're ill, you've lost your job, and I'm paying more than you are to support our household or anything like that. So if it's any of those situations, yeah. To be honest, if you're trapping on the side, if you're selling weed, doing whatever you're doing, I still feel some type of way
No,
about
that's
that.
not for me. That I'm sorry.
It depends what you're selling as well. Because to me, I've been in situations where people are doing what they're doing, and I'm like, whoa, you're feeding that person's habit. But I think if you come from an environment where you're used to seeing people do that, and you've slipped into that kind of way of life, and that's how you make money. As long as you're finding a way out of that, and you have ambition, and you don't want to do that forever, maybe I can support you and uplift you and like help you out of that.
Yeah, if that's what you do, and that's not what you're gonna do forever, that's just your side hustle. You know, you've got your main thing, you've got your little side hustle to me. Yeah,
you try to be better. Do you know what I mean? No one's perfect. And as long as you're not putting your family in jeopardy, as long as I'm not going to get killed.
Well, that's true actually, because a lot of the time it is kind of helping make ends meet in it for some people. Maybe like what you're saying,
move forward.
I could maybe roll with, but the high top people who are about this, I'm not that person.
You have to want more. You have to want more for yourself. You can't do that forever.
That's not life.
You can't do that
and I don't think it's nice to want to change the person you're with in it. So therefore, I wouldn't just not be with that kind of person who aspires to be like the top of that kind of game, because I don't think it's healthy to want to change the person you're with. But I wouldn't want to be with that kind of person.
It's not healthy.
So
You've got to have ambition. You've got to know what you want to do.
Yeah, it's not
if that's your side hustle, yeah, fair enough. Get your little change on the side, whatever. You've got your thing. That's it. Do you know what I mean? I can deal with that. But if that's what you do and that's what I can't roll with that. Like if that's all you do.
But I don't think anyone in our community or anyone who does that, live that road life, is literally like that. I think they've been conditioned to be like that. So I don't think that's who they are. I think to change them is changing their mindset, what they see around, what they think is cool, what they think. I've had conversations with people where they think, but you don't know though, this is my only way. And it's like,
the people that I know that do it, they've been in jail, they've come out of jail, they can't get a proper job because they've got a criminal record. They have to go out there and do that because what else are they going to do? I know people that do that. Obviously that's
you really do have to bear people in mind, their situation, their background, meaning like what they've come from, whether they've been jailed
in their life.
You're right. It can't be like a blanket statement, can it? It has to be. You have to filter that person.
I don't think that's who they are. I just think that's how, in a lot of cases, how they've been conditioned to be, what they come from.
If it's
their opportunities are like heightened, like what they can do and what they can't do, so they just go to that. So I do think it makes effort. I don't think it's who they are. So say to change them is kind of a little bit of a bold statement, because I don't think it's necessarily who they are.
I know some people that obviously they have things going for themselves or whatever. There was still opportunities where they can make a bit of change on the side, so they'll do that too. So
it's about cash flow, isn't it?
Yeah,
cash flow.
You can make a change. It's easy cash. So then they're thinking, why?
I say stick to what you're good at. Stick to your dream. Stick to what you know you're talented at. What's legal and shit. What's gonna keep you away from trouble, even if it's hard. It's not supposed to be an easy road. Stick to that. And forget about the quick money.
Listen, I'm just saying, do you?
Trust your struggle.
Say that. I cannot say that because you don't know their struggle though.
Exactly, and that's
not know everyone's struggle.
But trust your struggle.
No, but that's
I believe in that pothole.
No, but like what I just said, if you've just come out of jail, you've got nothing at all. What's your quickest
hustle? That's fearful to me.
What's your quickest way of making money though?
They're out to get you. People are keeping their eye on you with like a magnifying glass.
But what I'm saying
that's your quickest route.
You can't get a job because you've got a record.
Exactly.
What are you going to do to make money?
No matter what we can relate to, we don't know what it's like to be a man.
Because we're not in that life. We're not in that life, so we can never say.
But Sam as an outsider is what you want for them.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to go back
for 7-8 years. You don't want that, but if
you don't.
That's all you know, and that's all you can do because you're stuck in a situation. I can't fault you for it.
To be fair, I get that more on the outside. If this is your life on the outside, not if you've already done 7, 8 years, 9 years, and then that's what you want to come out and do. You've already been isolated for 8 years.
And at the end of the day, it's like it's systemic. So at the end of this is a debate in itself.
I know we've gone off
because
this relationship.
Really and truly, you'd have to have the real perspective of a man that's in that kind of situation. We're not from that lifestyle. We might know people within
that's
it.
That's what I mean. We're not
so
in it,
really
so we would never ever know. We've got points of views, but we'd never know.
And it's like we don't know what it's like to be in that position.
I understand how you could go back, because you've been conditioned to go back.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you know that that's the kind of life that you've been cornered into, try and break from it. You can do anything you want to fucking do. That's my perspective.
Would you let your man go through your phone.
Why would he have to?
This is what I was just gonna say.
Why would I have to go through yours? I don't even want to get into that. I don't want to get to that stage of a relationship where I'm having to question you in that kind of way. Don't be out here making me look like a fool.
Yeah.
And I won't be out here making you look like a fool, even if you do make me look like a fool. I said that in a way where it would be like bitter. No, just don't be out here making.
If you have to do that, there's no trust, and if there's no trust, then there's no relationship. I'm sorry, there's nothing. That's what I'm saying. Be honest. Don't make anyone look stupid. If there's no trust, then there's no relationship. That's it.
Yeah, it actually is that simple though. It's like at this big age now, honesty is expected. That's it.
We're in our prime still.
It honestly should just be a given. So it's like you said,
Why
don't make me out there. Don't have me out there looking a fool. That's it. I will not have you looking.
That is my one thing though. Be honest. Honesty is key, guys. Honesty. Just be honest.
It's not that complicated. It actually makes your life easier. But like, it just makes it easy to be like, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm going through. I'm feeling this way.
It saves a lot.
It's so like refreshing to have that communication where you can just speak openly and be like, listen, I'm feeling this way.
Definitely.
This is why I think. Just let you know. I don't know if we can fix it. You know what we can do to
communication.
help it.
Just communicate.
That
Tell
to me
each
is
other everything. Whatever you feel. Tell me what you feel,
like that.
and I will tell you what I feel. Like it's not even that hard. Do you know what I mean?
It's one of those pure signs that you're not in a healthy relationship. Do you know what I mean? And that's said with no
judgment. Just get to that stage. It's not.
I'm not saying that with any judgment.
It's becoming toxic. It's becoming
exactly.
But not necessarily. It can just be. It could be just you. You could put on weight. You could lose weight. You could just not be feeling yourself. So it could be an insecurity thing, and nothing is actually going on. But whatever it is, you need to have that communication, that dialogue openly. To just be like, this is what I'm feeling.
Your guilty conscience makes you look at your partner like you're doing the dirty on me because I'm doing the dirty on you. Do you get what I mean? So it's layered, isn't it? Is ambition in a partner a necessity?
Definitely, because I don't want my man to just be sat at home doing nothing. Like I don't want to be at work making all the dough for our household and if we've got a family, for our family, while you're just sat at home doing fuck all. Like I want you to be doing something too. While I'm grinding, I want you to be grinding too. I want you to have ambition. I want you to do something in your life, and I want you to just be sat at home all day doing fuck all, because that's not what I do. We've got to be matching. We've got to have make the same effort.
So for me, you have to match me.
Yeah.
I think partners have to match each other. You don't get with someone who isn't your kind of mirror in some ways. You could be opposites and benefit off each other, but I feel like if I'm out here working towards my dream, believing in my dream, I expect for various reasons you to uplift me the way I would push you and support you. I would want to feel that kind of support back. I would feel like you should want more in life. There's so much that the world has to offer that you have to want more than just what you're used to. Like you've been put here, I believe, for a purpose. For a reason. So you have to want to dig for that and exceed in that. I can help if uplift someone, if that person has so much to change for themselves.
Yeah, they've got want it for themselves.
Yeah. I'm not just you have to be sometimes
if you don't want it, then
people out here try to find themselves
and
find what they're good at and find what path they want to take, and I can help you through that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said everything. I think ambition comes in different ways, because I just think you shouldn't want to stay in the same place. A lot of people that we know, for example, they're aspiring dancers or actors or whatever. With me, for example, I'm not one of those, so it's very easy to feel like a drift or something, or I'm not going anywhere because these people are. But it's very hard. So it's
still want more of your life.
Exactly. So you've got to know your character, and at the end of the day, I think no matter who you are, what kind of thing you aspire to have or be in life, it should be just for the better, regardless of what it is. And I just think it should be a given, especially now that we've gotten older. It's you want to be proud of yourself. It's no longer about keeping up with other people. Now it's I want to be proud of who I am and what I'm about, and then really and truly, just as an individual, period, that just should be what you're aiming for. As long as you want to be a better person and you want to do something, then people can guide you through it. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
You just aspire for better, innit? What are your worst traits when you're in a relationship? You got to think about it. I know it's hard. I think relationships, the same. So who I am in a friendship is my worst traits in a friendship might be my worst traits in a relationship, and it's always been time keeping with me. If you tell me to be somewhere, tell me a few days before, tell me a few hours before. Give me a fake time. I think I'm just a sensitive person. I think that can be a flaw. Not too sensitive to where it's dramatic, but to me I think it's a flaw in general. Yeah, I'm the
I
same.
don't
I
know if
feel
it
like,
really is, but I'm just saying that.
but my characteristic traits are just they're just flaws as who I am as a person, not necessarily who I am in a relationship.
You're so
Like, I'm
snappy, but because
I'm
you're not snappy towards me, I can't relate.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not
quite
you.
like
But I can see it.
I'm short-tempered in that I've got a short fuse.
Yeah.
And if someone's irritated me, I can't sit. You have to know about it, which isn't necessary. It's better out than
That's
it is
what
for
you
me, but it's not always conducive in a relationship.
Timekeeping, and maybe I'm too nice. I'm literally.
Go using the positive and turn
No,
it into
no,
negative. I see you.
No, really.
So
that
fuck
is-
you.
No, that's negative, right? Because I'm so nice, right? They think that
I think I'm like that. I wouldn't say
I am too nice, but
That's the problem with someone else.
But
It takes someone's kind
when
of
it's
sweetness.
when it is time, then I am quite an aggressive person.
So there we go. There's your.
There it is.
Let me get into it.
Don't try
So,
me, man.
I am quite aggressive, okay?
Behind the crystal.
I'm verbally aggressive. I'm very verbal.
Verbal. See, I know. Oh, this is too vulnerable. I hate saying I'm too soft. Anyway,
Not just
wrap it
verbal,
up.
I'm aggressive. I'm an aggressive person. I'm nice but aggressive. That's it.
What are your best attributes?
Attributes. I'm proud of this one because I feel like I'm like this in my friendships as well. I feel like I uplift people. I see the positive in people. I'm secure in although everyone has insecurities and I can own them, I'm still secure in myself enough to uplift someone else, want the best for someone else. I'm so passionate about this. Like, want someone to be better. Like, I don't know, like I can see the best in other people and I can like want the best for them.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's me as
Yeah,
well. I'm
different.
very positive. I feel like I'm always like an ear for people when I want to talk about or vent. When it comes to being honest, they know that they're getting the absolute truth from me.
Yeah.
So when they hear the absolute truth from me, they're like, wow, okay, like I've heard it all, because I'm honest when I need
That's
to be.
you.
Like, when I need to be honest and you've heard it from me, then you know that is it. Do you know what I mean? I'm positive. I'm just optimistic about everything.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm the same. Like I do think I'm a good friend. I'm selfish with my time and stuff. I'm not great. I'm not the best person ever. But when I love you, I'm all the way for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like I see each of my friends for who they are in it, and I adjust to that kind of person and the kind of thing that they want or need or whatever. And there will never be any judgment as well. That's one of my favourite things about me. Like, I can say I love my friends. And obviously your partner as well, but we're talking about friends it's coming to. Like, you can tell me anything and there will be no judgment. What are the signs that you're in a toxic relationship?
I feel like a manipulative person is hard to spot, but I feel like after a while, when you're always made to feel like it's you, it's your fault, you're the reason, you did this, you did that, and you feel like you're going crazy in your mind, that's when you have to question that person. Like, no, I feel like you did this, but I'm still feeling this way. When someone's manipulating you, it's hard to spot, but I think when you know.
Making you think that you're always wrong, that they're always right. Telling you what you can and can't wear. It's too short, or you're showing too much cleavage, there's too much legs out.
The obvious, any abuse, any like hands, fists, that's not my experience, but that's obvious.
Yeah, but it's even mental abuse,
Toxic.
like that's mental abuse as well.
Being made to feel like you're not enough, like that can be like so damaging and crippling that it's like, and a lot of, for personally I feel like it's like the kind of the beginnings of the end when like you start to lose value in yourself and all that kind of stuff. It's when you're made to question who you are and your integrity and all that kind of stuff. It's like the trust issues, the insecurities, they all kind of stem from the same place, or at least they're under the same umbrella. Do you know what I mean?
What's the most important quality for you in a man?
Mindset. I like for us to be able to. I'm a scatterbrain. I think of so many different things at different times, and loads of things interest me, scare me, and I'm passionate. So I need that same thing, and I need it to be as celebrated as I think it is. You know what I mean? For me, looks and everything. You're gonna laugh because I know you know whatever. But shut up, shade. It's the kind of person you are. Like I need like the fact that you make me laugh. The things that we can talk about.
The most important things.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's things like that for
very
me.
important. Very
Because
important.
looks ain't all that for me. Do you get what I mean?
I feel like I want like you to be caring. I want you to be loving. I want you to be a gentleman and be thoughtful. The littlest things, like I'm not a bougie person. I could be so happy with you coming home with some chocolates, and my favourite drink. Not to necessarily go to the like bougie club or anything, spend loads of money on me. I actually feel some type of way about that. Like, no, don't do that. Like, that's the kind of person I am.
Number one is energy. Like, you've got to have good energy, brilliant energy. I'm very positive. If you're not very positive, then we can't get on. Like, you've got to bounce off each other. You've got to have like kind of the same beliefs. Like, I'm very spiritual, very godly. If you're not that person, then we can't get on. You've got to be ambitious. You've got to know what you want from life. Yeah, basically positive, spiritual. That's it. First is energy though, then looks, because looks matters to me. Sorry. So guys, this has been the big debate with me and my girls, Joelle and Zanesha.
The chilies.
Yes, the chilies.
On the group chat.
Don't be in our group chat, because if you're in our group chat, then that's
Ain't a good look for you.
Comment down below of what topics you think we should do, or any ideas.
Things that are important, topics that are important, full of substance, bringing other people in.
It's not just us girls every time. There's going to be some guys here as well, having their point of view, having their say, you know what I mean? So it's not just one-sided.
Things that matter.
Our culture,
our
generation, the things that are important. So it's important to kind of use the platform Sarah's created for herself to the best. Do you get what I mean?
So comment below. I'm going to try and keep these videos as short as possible. Let us know if you like them long, if you want them shorter.
Let us know what you like in the comments down below.
Bye for now.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.
Bye. I feel like I've worked.
Girl. It's nice. I could do this, mate.
It's so long.
I'm only going to be accepting to someone who she's fucking dropped the drink. I don't want my carpet smelling of wine.